And we're back again. Not necessarily this, but to the treehouse. Will we have anything different inside this treehouse? Ride me and I can spit out vegetables at your foes. It's the same power-up too. Same tips about riding a Yoshi. Same brown one that I'm still confused about. And same power-up that just disappears until I scroll off again like this. Alright, I'll take it. And I will gladly leave. Already met you. Now, in this direction, Skullwoods. Maybe they'll eventually become Skullwoods. Maybe wooden skulls. I can see, in the background, those trees are haunted. Possibly in two ways. You don't see any leaves on them, and they're out there to try and eat you. The revenge of against vegetarianism, or even veganism. That had to happen. There's still no way around that, like possibly many other things. Let's take this. Well, some consolation possibly from the flower, although the ones that are angry at you, at least some of the flowers are willing to contribute themselves towards Luigi. Well, maybe they would have preferred Mario. Still, at least they're willing to contribute, so that you get a star. At least they understand the long run. They are some of the heroes. These trees, not so much. They'll probably leave nothing but a skull of Luigi in these woods. Well, Yoshi gonna be around here? Leave skulls of some other enemies? Make this even more appropriate of a name for the level. Skullwoods. And I wonder what those muncher skulls would look like. Because if they're out to eat Luigi, they'll probably develop some sort of bone. They can jump around too. Some of them can anyway. Others not exactly able to, but they're very similar. So they must have some sort of skull. Assuming they even are actual plants in this case. Well, I'll take some more money. Wealth inside Luigi's skull once more. Pipe. Looking for that pipe. But we do have that down there. And another flower, too. There we go. What would a skull star look like? It would probably have some sort of angry eyes, possibly even glowing red. But I don't think we're going to end up with a skull star here. I think we're just going to end up with a normal one. Since I picked up normal flowers anyway, and what just happened? That could be quick. Do I have to get rid of that lotus, possibly? Hopefully not. So what happened here? Something fell. Probably won't fall if I go back to the left or right again. No, Alright, then. Now, as for the secret exit, if there is one, those trees look a bit too big for one, so... Yeah. It turns out, despite being labeled as red, there is only one exit to it. Lakitu Forest. This one will also have one exit, I would have to assume. So... Lakitu throwing veggies at me. Maybe he's finally realized his way, possibly something to do with the Skullwoods. Of course, that can also backfire, but Lakitu will suffer a deserved fate. He throws stuff at me, I throw stuff back. Specifically, he throws spinies at me, or plenty have thrown spinies at me. Let's make the sacrifice of someone else. I could possibly even burn Bowser, throw a hammer at a Hammer Brother, or, you know, I got something, possibly something sharp to use against spear wielders. I'm not sure what it would be, though. We're back into the darkness again. Yeah, darkness, forced, absorbed by it, too. Let's bounce up. Might I possibly be absorbed by darkness if I rely too much on the Tanuki suit? I wouldn't think that far ahead. Wouldn't be too scared. Birdo, got a red one again. Door 2. Presumably the door is just if we fall. Where are we now? Looks like we're going up into the sky again. But I need something to get me a little bit higher, and that's what we need. Could have had 2 Tanukis again. But again, to do with the darkness, I've become too powerful. Luigi might as well be Bowser. Well, try to defeat Bowser too, green versus green. Possibly versus another green. Luigi, Yoshi, Bowser. What a battle that would be. Okay, Star and Boom Boom at the same time. Take me up here. Do another little detour. And another level is labeled red. Doubt about that one as well. So, in we go. Moonlight. Well, we don't get to enjoy the moonlight for that long, as it would seem. We're probably going to have to enter that tree. But we may have something here, too. I don't think I jumped far enough, though. I don't think I even jumped high enough. Probably need to do this. Just keep on holding onto that button. Or key in my case now. There we go. 3 up. No, it doesn't scroll any further. So anyway, but can I go any higher? I don't think so. Or for anything that's worth it. Well, at least I can stay up here. Don't need to worry about getting eaten by the dead fish. Alright. I'll take this flower, and it looks like we're looping around again. And try to use my ducking skills to get around like that. And particularly since this is kind of awkward, scrolling like this. Some of the enemies be the same, though. I think they will. Wiggler's not gonna be like that. Something else I missed? Why did it turn around? Why didn't I see part of Wiggler's head and then eventually the tail on the right? And how do I even get to that Yoshi block? I just don't see any way. Unless I have to exploit, well, an intentional bug. Has to do with the scrolling. I think it is a bug. So, take this. Yeah, I remember. Super Mario Brothers X levels, sometimes a part of the wall will extend above the top of the level, making it impossible to skip over. Could be something with omitting one of the... That's awkward for Wiggler. Omitting one of the tiles, I could possibly fall through somewhere, or maybe even jump through somewhere. Understanding how that works. Yeah. Yoshi blocks past us now, and it was probably just a power-up anyway. I could easily get somewhere else. Or, again, just a 1-up. I've already got plenty, though. 75 should be enough. Haven't had to suffer too much here. Bounce. I hope I can keep this block. I want to keep this block, but it looks like I might have to give it up. Another leaf. Yeah, I definitely have to give it up. It's nearly impossible, especially with no walls. Okay, so these don't seem to be breaking. I seem to be able to stay on the ledge. Well, let's take this flower now. Just up to 2 right now. 1 more after I exit this tree. I don't think so. 3 vines, alright. And another vine now, sure. Well, the return of the propeller blocks. Return to the halfway point. Halfway through the tree. Must be starting to tickle the tree. Bounce, this, bounce off the note blocks a little bit higher. Good. Have to go around, I think. Good. So, maybe another bounce. Maybe I didn't even need the propeller block for that particular one. Since it looks like I can still go left and right, there might be something to the left. Did I just see a red birdo up there? I did! Well, I can't... There's the flower that I need. Can't ride an egg, because it's a red birdo, it's just gonna spit the fire at me. I could possibly outrun the fire, though, and... it doesn't seem to be going any further, so I think I did outrun it. I'll get to the star soon. Nice jump there. Still get to ride only 1 platform here. Well, can I take this? Oh, I guess not. But that don't matter. Get back to this. What is it now? Inside this other tree. Alright, again, a goal orb and a star. Sure. And more 1-ups for me, too. So, next time, cross the bridge, and into the rocky darkness.